In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a simple collection. Now, the collection we create still needs to be referenced by a variable which the computer associates with the particular storage where the collection is being placed. So we still need the dim keyword. And we need a variable name. I'll call it COLL, short for collection. And the as to say what kind of data type it is. Now you'll notice what we have here, there is a collection data type. I can say dim call as collection, and that would be syntactically correct in the language. Functionally, however, it wouldn't quite produce what you would think. It would set up that the variable called COLL refers to a collection, which is a gathering of different data types. But there actually would be no storage declared for that, which seems to defeat the purpose of the dim statement. But it actually wouldn't. Because the collection is an object, we need to tell the computer to reference how a collection storage area should be created. That causes a particular routine to be triggered. There's an event associated with that. To cause that event to be triggered, we need to use the new keyword. All right. Now we say what type of object the new keyword is creating the storage for, and it's a collection. We'll visit the new keyword in more detail later on in this course when we're talking about classes and objects of classes. For now, just remember you need to do that every time you actually want to build the storage for a collection. Okay, so now let's put stuff into our collection. We use the add method for that. See, that is one of the 4 methods available to me from the collection object. Now, what are the parameters to my add method? Well, my handy dandy little help comes up and tells me the first one, which is always necessary. Remember, optional parameters are enclosed in the square brackets, but this one is not. So it always has to have the data value you're adding to the collection. Now, it can be any literal value. Literal, remember, being the actual value. And VBA recognizes the value type and associates it with the appropriate data type. So you can use numbers, which would become integers, decimal values, currency values, text literals, which would become a string, date literals, any of those. You can also provide the name of a previously declared variable of any type, including a variable of a composite data type that you've created. But if you provide a variable name in here, it has to have been previously declared and had a value filled in. For now, we'll just say add a 4 to the collection. And it'll add a 4 to the collection. Let's add a string. So we will add, say, my string. It's a string literal. It must be enclosed in quotation marks. And that'll add that to the collection. Let's add one that will use a key, shall we? So we'll put in the color black and give as its key value that it's a color. Now, let's look at the other parameters that the add procedure has. Say I'm going to put in a 0. Now, I'm not going to provide a key to it, so I'll skip that parameter. Since it's an optional parameter, in order to set the placeholder, I must have an empty comma to move to the next parameter. Now, I want to put it before. Before what? Before the number 4, which was the first item added to the collection. So we want to put it before index 1. So that would put the 0 ahead of the 4. So right now the collection will contain in order 0, 4, my string, and black. And black has a key of color.